A young woman named Hannah lies strapped to a bed inside a church as an elderly priest performs an exorcism. When he leans in to check whether she is still alive, her eyes suddenly open, but it is the demon controlling her body. A younger priest splashes her with holy water while the older one continues chanting prayers. Hannah's body violently convulses as her father begs her to resist the possession. Suddenly, the demon hurls the old priest across the room, then starts choking the younger priest. In a moment of desperation, Hannah's father grabs a pillow and suffocates his own daughter, which frees the younger priest from the demon's influence. 3 months later, a woman named Megan arrives at a morgue for a job interview where she is greeted by Lisa, who will be working alongside her. Megan later walks through the facility with Dr. Lewis, who explains the nature of her new job. As they descend into the basement, he shows her the intake bay and explains that her duties include transferring bodies to the receiving area, photographing them, and scanning their fingerprints. Finally, he brings her to the freezer room and officially welcomes her aboard. Later that night, while Megan is working at her computer, the lights suddenly go out. She quickly turns them back on just as a body is delivered to the intake bay. She completes her tasks by photographing the corpse and scanning its fingerprints, then stores the body in the freezer. After finishing her work, Megan leaves for home. Later that day, a knock at her door wakes her up. It's her ex-boyfriend, Andrew, a police officer, who has come to collect the rest of his belongings. Megan tells him about her new job, but Andrew is clearly worried about her working alone at night. Megan reassures him, explaining that working the night shift was Lisa's suggestion and that it suits her just fine. The following night, Megan hears the intake bay alarm and goes to investigate, but initially finds no one there. Suddenly, a homeless man startles her by jumping out and begging to be let inside. She refuses and contacts security to report him, just as an ambulance arrives with another body. The driver asks for her help moving the body since he's alone. Even though it breaks protocol, Megan steps outside to assist him. While they move the body, the homeless man secretly sneaks into the building and takes the elevator without her noticing. The driver, Randy, tells Megan the body was found in an alley, who is revealed to be Hannah. Megan attempts to photograph Hannah's body, but the camera fails repeatedly. She then tries to scan Hannah's fingerprints, but the computer malfunctions as well. Unsure of what to do, Megan places the body into the freezer. As she does, one of the tables begins shaking, causing several vials to fall and shatter on the floor. While picking them up, Megan cuts her hand. When she pushes the body further inside the freezer, a drop of her blood lands on it. Moments later, the freezer door opens on its own. She shuts it and returns to her computer, where she uses Andrew's login information to access Hannah's case file. She prints the report and goes back to examine the body, noticing that the eye color listed doesn't match what she sees. After placing Hannah back in the freezer, Megan returns to her workstation. Then she hears a noise and goes to investigate, only to discover that the body is missing. She spots someone dragging it down the hallway and follows. Suddenly, the homeless man attacks her, but she manages to fight him off. When she tries to grab his knife, he vanishes. Leaving the body behind, Megan calls security and asks them to contact the police. When she rushes back, the body is gone again. She enters the crematorium and finds the man preparing to incinerate the corpse. She tries to reason with him, but security bursts in and restrains him. As he's taken away, Megan realizes the man is Hannah's father, who desperately insists that Hannah is still alive and begs Megan to burn the body. Later, Megan places the body back into the freezer and walks away, but the door swings once more. Nervous, she approaches and unzips the body bag. Her phone rings. It's Andrew checking on her. At that exact moment, the body moves. Megan examines it closely and realizes it is breathing. She quickly seals the bag and leaves the room, only to run into Lisa. Lisa offers to find someone to cover her shift, but Megan decides to stay and tells her about the body exhaling. Lisa calmly explains that trapped air escaping from a corpse is normal. Later on, Megan and Lisa are sitting together in Megan's office when Dave walks in and tells Megan that a police officer is asking for her. The officer turns out to be Andrew, who came to check on her. Megan tells him she's okay, but asks him for his help with something important. She goes back into the morgue to collect Hannah's fingerprints and explains to Andrew that there's something unusual about them, asking him to look into it. At the same time, Dave is walking around in the morgue when he hears a strange sound coming from the freezer room. Curious, he walks inside and notices movement. As soon as he opens the freezer door, a hand suddenly reaches out, grabs him, and drags him back inside the freezer. Megan later returns to the building and goes into the restroom. While inside, her rubber band ball suddenly rolls towards her stall. When she bends down to look, a frightening hand reaches out and grabs the ball. Terrified, Megan rushes out of the stall, but no one is there. Soon after, Andrew calls Megan and reveals that Hannah has been dead for 3 months. Megan rushes back to check the body and notices that a large wound she had seen earlier has completely disappeared. She then goes to the front desk and asks to review the security footage. While watching it, she notices a glitch that briefly shows the body moving down the hallway. Meanwhile, Lisa goes outside to smoke in a stairwell. She hears a noise coming from upstairs and assumes it's Dave, so she runs towards the sound. When she turns a corner, she sees Dave's shadow, but suddenly, Hannah's body leaps out from the darkness and chases her. Lisa runs to the rooftop, but Hannah catches up to her and kills her. Back inside the facility, another body arrives. This time, Megan refuses to step outside to help the ambulance driver. She explains everything that has been happening and asks him about a wound on the body, and he confirms that it was there when the body arrived. Then, Megan calls Andrew to update him, unaware that Hannah's body is crawling behind her. At the same time, Randy drives out of the hospital parking lot and suddenly hits something. When he gets out to check, he hears a strange noise behind him. When he turns around, he sees Hannah's body crawling towards him and tries to run, but the creature overpowers him and crushes him between the 2 ambulances. Meanwhile, Megan reviews the security footage, where she notices a glitch in the elevator, followed by footage of the body crawling inside. Realizing that Randy may be in danger, she rushes to the parking lot and finds his lifeless body. Suddenly, Hannah's father appears behind her and demands that she remove the body from the freezer. When he opens the body bag, the body looks different. He admits that he killed Hannah during the final exorcism to protect others, but when they later tried to bury her, the body had vanished. He insists that burning the body is the only way to destroy the demon, and they head towards the crematorium. As Megan watches the fire, the demon suddenly attacks Hannah's father, then turns towards her. The man fights the demon to protect Megan, but ends up being burned. Megan manages to escape, but the body continues crawling after her. Meanwhile, Andrew arrives at the hospital and finds Megan's phone along with Randy's body. Megan keeps running, but the creature keeps closing in. As it reaches her, Andrew enters the building, but the demon drags Megan into the freezer. Andrew meets another security guard who tells him that all systems are malfunctioning. They hear Megan screaming from the freezer room and rush towards the sound. The guard spots the crawling body and runs away, but it quickly catches and kills him. The demon then turns its attention to Andrew. Megan gathers her strength and shoots the body, disabling it just long enough to help Andrew escape. She tells him to get help while she goes back to finish things. Megan drags the body to the crematorium, where it revives and struggles violently as it burns. After a fierce fight, Megan finally manages to completely destroy it in the flames. Later, police officers find Megan sitting on the floor, quietly playing with a rubber band ball. In the final moment, Megan stares at her reflection in a mirror with her hair covering one eye. Suddenly, a fly lands on the mirror, and she calmly crushes it.